I'm here with KUT Media. Odyssey is out now, streaming everywhere on all platforms. You'll check out the interview with us here soon.
Perfect. What's up, everyone? It's Tee Becoate. Today we're back with another KUT Media interview. Today we have the Bronx's own Donelle Valentine. If you haven't heard of this guy, you gotta tap in. He's worked with Cash Cobain. He has a second project, Odyssey, out right now. Donelle Valentine. How you doing, my guy?
How you feeling?
I'm good, man. What's good, man? How you doing, man?
I'm good. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course, bro. So we in the big 2025. How's 2025 started off for you?
It's been really good. It's been exciting. Just a lot of events happening, a lot of interviews. My Come On record is doing really well, so I'm happy for that.
Okay, fire. You work with Power Tribe for that record, right?
Yeah, he produced it. Yeah.
Fire. How is it working with him?
Honestly, he sent me the beat, he sent me a pack, and I just fell in love with that one. So, just I don't know, the sample, the Usher sample, "Lovers and Friends." I felt like I had to kill that. So,
Fire. Did your thing on that one, bro?
big thing.
For sure. Okay, and I also want to talk about your second project, Odyssey, which is out right now. Talk about that a little bit for the people.
Odyssey is just a straight R&B vibes. I didn't want to make it too city based. I wanted it to resonate with just people outside of New York, outside of the Bronx. So I think it's tracks on there that are very vulnerable. It's a short project, but I wanted it to have a lot of replay value.
Okay, fine. Make sure y'all check that out. Definitely has replay value. Odyssey by Donelle Valentine out right now. So while I have you here, bro, got a few questions for you. And we're gonna kick it off like this because this is still an ongoing topic in the music community, hip hop, R&B.
Yeah.
Kendrick or Drake?
I'm gonna always go with Drake.
OVO. Why you going with Drake?
I think I fell in love with his music simply because of his vulnerability. I think early on in his career, he was the soft quote unquote rapper that wanted relationships and express things and the trauma within his family, and I resonated with that, and I don't know, I just always appreciated that. I feel like he's great with melodies, and he knows how to make a great record. So.
Okay, shout out to Drake. So in that rap battle, you feel like Drake took the L or not?
I thought Drake was winning up until the They Not Like Us joint.
Okay.
Yeah, they kind of resembled like what happened between Drake and Meek to me. Like, he made just like a club banger that was catchy. The A minor joint just kind of like killed it. So.
Okay, I respect that. Tell the people about your name, Donelle Valentine. Is that your real name or your stage name?
Oh, that's my real name, Donelle Valentine. I am in a huge family of Valentines, of all the cousins, Valentine. So. Yeah.
Okay, fine. I thought you put the Valentine maybe because I know you're from the Bronx, right? Don't they have a Valentine Avenue?
Oh, they do. It's funny because my family's actually from
Valentine's Avenue. Yeah. Crazy. That's what I was thinking, like the correlation, but that's actually your real name.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about it. Growing up in the Bronx, how did growing up in the Bronx shape your musical style and ambitions?
It's crazy because initially when I first started making music, I was a rapper. And where I lived on 163rd Street and 3rd Avenue. Very dangerous area at that time. I had a lot of family in Washington Avenue. If you know that area, it's kind of hectic. So just rapping, initially I started off rapping about guns and violence, and then I realized like that's not me. So gravitating more to the R&B side. I just felt like I wanted to be vulnerable. I feel like I wanted to share something that isn't normally said on the emotional side of just like being where I'm from, as well as just like R&B and then the aspects of love and relationships and things like that.
Fire. Talk about it because like that's the South Bronx, like you said, very dangerous area. How is it being an R&B guy from the trenches?
I love it because I'm good everywhere I go. So like, I have those friends and family members who are like, tapped in. Unfortunately, like they choose to live how they live, but I don't think I've ever like lost any respect because I like to sing or anything like that. So I'm good. So I'm just making music.
Right.
So.
I feel like the guy that can sing, he gonna be good whatever.
Yeah.
He gonna be good whatever. All right, so you started your journey in 2020 under the guidance of Mark James.
Yeah.
What were some of the biggest lessons you learned from him?
Initially working with him, we were like just songwriting and pitching songs to other artists like Mac Wiles, Justin Bieber. We never received any placements, but just like the excitement from that journey was very like inspiring to me. And just working with him, I've kind of learned to just see things through. There's a lot of resilience with me and my management, so we don't give up. So there's a lot of times where we want to and like verbalize it. I was talking to them yesterday about like I'm done, but just sticking through and then seeing everything to the end.
Right, and you, my fault to cut you off. You talked about songwriting a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you this: as an R&B artist, do you feel it's different to have a songwriter as an R&B artist opposed to like hip hop?
Yeah, I feel like the culture of hip hop is, you know, you have to have your own writer. As far as the verses go, I think the hook, you can always receive help with that, but I think there's much more pride in that. I think collectively with R&B and, you know, making music that way, you're trying to just compose a great record, you know. So sometimes it is all hands on deck. So I take pride in my pen, but at the same time, if I'm trying to, you know, make a banger and I know someone who has a great pen or whatever, I'm gonna collaborate. So.
Okay, fine. How would you describe your sound to someone that's never heard your music?
I would say it's nostalgic, yet modern. I think with my storytelling, my ability to, you know, just I think my vulnerability is what sells it. Honestly, I think I share a lot of transparency in my music. On Odyssey, I have a song called "F Boy," and I think, you know, initially I wrote it for a female artist, but just talking about the topic of just being like the F boy, and you know, the one of the lines is, "I don't finish what I start." So I think, like, as a man, you know, if you've ever dealt with a woman in a way where, you know, like, you never have time for me and things like that, you ghost me and stuff like that, to say I don't finish what I start, it's kind of like, oh, that's deep. Like, I'm being vulnerable with you in that way. Like, this is me. So, yeah, I think that's like the modern part of it, is where I can kind of be toxic, but in a different way, you know. So.
That's one of my favorite songs on the tape. Is it sad that I like that song? That's one of my favorites.
Nah, I don't think it's sad at all. I think it's like it's great. I feel like just having music where you can resonate at some capacity is always good.
Okay, dope. And you just spoke about like nostalgia, mixing it with modern like sounds. So R&B is going through like a transitional phase right now. How do you feel being an R&B artist right now? Like, are you leaning more? Cause you mix it, but are you leaning more to like the throwback sound, or like what is even the new sound for R&B?
Shoot, I don't even know what the new sounds are, because I feel like everything is redundant. Honestly, I think what makes the great R&B songs are, I don't know, I keep stressing it, just the vulnerability, the topics, because I feel like a lot of people share who they are in their music, and then there are some who just don't really say much. Right. You know, so I think that's the difference maker.
Okay. I feel like R&B is making a comeback though.
Yeah.
R&B is going crazy right now. So your track all the time, that helped kind of establish you in the New York music scene. What inspired like that song? How did they come together?
For that song, my brother, he's also an artist. His name is King Bimo. He is part of like that Lizzie Fraction. So him and Cash Cobain, as he depicted the story, is just they were, you know, driving around or whatever, and they had a beat, and he just sent it to me. It was like a Lucy almost, and it kind of took a while for me to even get into the groove of that, because I wasn't too familiar with like sexy drill, just drill music. It wasn't my thing, but just trying to make it my own. I feel like I did that, and you know, it is what it is now.
Right. And that sound's taking over the city. So how you feel about it now?
It's cool, because I've been kind of like, in regards to like sexy drill and R&B, I felt like I kind of like pioneered that a little bit. Just with that.
So they talk.
I won't say like I'm a sexy drill artist. I won't label myself or put myself in a box. But as far as just, you know, taking that sound and making it my own and being successful with that, I feel like I'm doing that pretty well.
You know, when you say pioneer, that means like you're one of the first people to like do it. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I was, as far as like sexy drill and R&B, like that matchup, I would think so. Yeah.
Okay, fire. My guy's taking claim to that. So, as a New York City artist, bro, you made it to Hot 97. You know, Diddy once famously said, "I'm trying to be heard on your Hot 97 every day." That's my word. You made it to Hot 97. And also Power 105. You know, being from the city and hearing your music on those stations, how did that feel?
That's surreal. Like, it's something I'll never minimize. And I've talked to other artists, like, I'm on the radio all the time. I'm like, that's not like a so what. That's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
Like growing up, listening to like Jonesy in the morning or like the Breakfast Club, like, you know, to be on the station is crazy to me. So I love it. It kind of like further reaffirms that I belong.
Right. Okay. And going forward, do you look to have more of your records on the radio? Is that like something like when you're penning a song, you're trying to make that radio record?
I don't know if radio is necessarily like the goal, but like I want every song to touch the radio. I think of like, you know, as far as like my work ethic, I think of Lil Wayne when he was hot, like he was on every song. So whether it be a song that he's featured on or a remix, like that's my approach. I just want to kill every record, and obviously I think tempos matter, but I just want to make good enough records to where if I got a slow jam, it's being heard somewhere, up tempo tracks, mid tempo, whatever.
Because I saw a debate on Twitter or X, whatever you call it now. People were saying Tyler, the creator, he had Sticky. And the song got, I don't know if you heard the song, it's Lil Wayne and Sexy Red on the song. But he's claiming it's not a radio song. But I was saying, like, how can you say that's not a radio song? You have Sexy Red and Lil Wayne in the song. It's like, yeah. But I don't know, maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. But, okay, you worked with Vado, Young Devin, Cash Cobain, as you just mentioned. What do you look for in an artist when you're, like, collaborating?
Honestly, if it's, like, their record, I try to, whatever goals they want me to accomplish with that record, whether it be me hitting a certain note or being more melodic, I just try to, fulfill their vision. On my records, I just want, like, I think it's the same aspect. Like, I want them to just kind of fulfill my vision. But at the end of the day, I want it to make sense because, you can have names and this person's dope, that person's dope, but if there's no chemistry, I feel like it won't really matter.
Facts. Chemistry is more important than the name.
Yeah.
Do you have a dream collab?
Shoot, so many.
You can name, just name it.
I would love to work with Ty Dolla $ign. I would love to work with Jasmine Sullivan, Frank Ocean, Aaron Ray. Yeah.
Aaron Ray's dope. I just found out about him last year.
Yo, he's amazing. I've been following him for like a little minute, but yeah.
So you really trying to sing? Or yeah, you said Jasmine Sullivan. You really trying to sing?
Yeah, I mean, and in any capacity, like whether it be singing or writing, like to be in a room with them, I'm like, that'd be dope.
Okay. What's your creative process when making a song?
So I don't write. I feel like when I write, I tend to force things. Unless I'm rapping, maybe I'll write something, but I like to record and just find like a dope melody and then kind of start from there. And I think that first line will kind of segue the record, and I like to just have strong intros. So,
So you're doing a lot of punching in?
Yeah, a lot of punch-ins. I think for me, it's all about the melody, honestly. I feel like it makes the record fun and more vibrant.
That's hard though. So when you like, if you're not writing, you're punching in. How you thinking of new stuff and new melodies all the time? Like, what ways you think of new stuff?
I'm trying to just. I think it all depends on the instrumental, the beat, whatever it gives me as far as feels go. I try to just encompass that, and I want all my versions to be cohesive to, the hooks and all of it to make sense. I don't want to have a hook talking about "I love you" and butterflies, and then the verse is like "I'm gonna shoot you." Like that's silly to me. So. Yeah.
Okay, dope. And we spoke about it a little bit earlier, how R&B is kind of like in the midst of a transition. Mm-hmm. So as it continues to evolve, how do you see yourself fitting in to R&B?
I feel like I'm in a good pocket. I feel like I'm versatile. I think the artists who can do R&B and pop and do the hip hop records are always the ones that are most successful. I think of like Bryson Tiller, Chris Brown, Bieber, even. The ability to just kind of like be a chameleon on records. I think that's like the most important thing. So,
yeah, the versatility. Some people actually hate on that when artists be versatile. Why do you think that is?
I think those are the individuals who kind of like just box them in. And I feel like it's music. Like it's so much you can do. So you're not just one particular artist or type of artist. So like I love Post Malone. I heard of him on like White Iverson and doing hip hop records, to then him doing more R&B kind of based sounds, to now doing rock and roll, and I'm like, yo, he's killing it. He can do all of those things. So I think it also broadens your your audience and your fan base when you're able to be versatile. So.
Interesting you say Post Malone because people hate Post Malone.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do they hate him?
They kind of, not everyone, but a lot of people think he's like a culture vulture.
Oh damn.
That's a long comment on that. That's what people say.
That's crazy.
But yo, let's talk about your latest project, Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that, man. There's some good songs in there. F Boy.
Yes, it's a 7-track EP. Odyssey. With that, just the vision for it was just to kind of like just depict my transition as an artist, even just using the title Odyssey. Thinking of a journey. Right now for me, my journey has been more on the incline, and I'm happy for that. So just making these songs, I feel like I, kind of wanted to express like the sensual side of me, as well as just, even with F Boy, the toxic side. Yeah, I think even Rough Drafts, the intro is pretty toxic, but just like it sounds beautiful in my opinion. It's soft. So I feel like just kind of having um, that vulnerability, as I keep mentioning, but then also just like making sure that it's still relatable. So.
I can't remember the entire track list off the top of my head, but the song you got with Dizza is fire.
No, yeah, thank you.
I smoked that one. That was fire. F Boy. There's another one, but I can't think of it off the top of my head that really stood out to me. What do you want listeners to take away when they take away from listening to your music?
I think I want listeners to take away just the transparency that I have. I think just being fearless in that, as well as them just recognizing the storytelling ability. I hate records where artists are like, she said, then I said, then he said. Like, I wanted this to be fluid and like just flawless, where you just feel it. So it feels like I'm narrating something. So I just want the fans to see that and then just enjoy the music.
Okay, it's fire. So we got Odyssey out right now, 7-track EP. Make sure y'all go stream that. Outside of music, are there any other creative ventures, any other business moves that Donelle Valentine's working on?
Yes, I love fashion. I love clothes. I've modeled here and there. I also have had collabs with this brand called Fried Rice. So I love a lot of established artists like Sir or Davies. I've also used their brand. That brand. So I'm heavily involved in that, as well as just movie screenings. I attend a lot of those. I get to see movies way in advance. So I'm practically a movie critic. So.
Okay, what movies? What's your top 3 movies?
Top 3, damn.
That's tough. I know that's tough. But we'll put you on spot. Top 3 movies.
Top 3, The Departed. I love Rush Hour, so I'm gonna say that, and then something different, Friday. So.
Okay. Now, when we talk Rush Hour, when we say Friday, which one? Because I'm a Rush Hour and Friday fanatic too. Which one?
Better?
Which ones though? Because you got
Rush Hour 1. I'm going Rush Hour 1. That's the OG. Friday, I think the original with Chris Tucker is always thing.
So you're going with the OGs?
Yeah.
Okay. For Rush Hour, I'm gonna go Rush Hour 2, and then next Friday might be my favorite one. All right, bro. So to wrap up the interview, R&B, you're doing your thing R&B. I gotta ask you, who's your top 5 R&B artists that are alive?
Top 5. I'm gonna go with Usher.
There's no particular order.
No, Usher. I'm no order. Usher, Mary J. I don't even know how to say his name, but Cal's the musician.
Oh, Cal's
the musician.
Separate the art from the artist. If you catch the drip.
The artist. Michael Jackson.
Mike Jack.
And I'm gonna go with Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye, the legend. Shame on Rolling Stone for what they said about Mike Jack's. They try to say one of his songs is trash, but
that's crazy.
But yo, that's a solid top 5, bro. Yeah. Put definitely some legends and some goats in there. So yo, Donelle Valentine, man, I want to thank you for sitting down with KUT Media today. Let the people know where they can find you, stream your music, all that.
Yes, my music is streaming on all platforms. My name is Donelle Valentine. You can follow me on the socials at DONELLE Valentine. Instagram, same thing, DONELLE.Valentine.
And make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share with a friend, and we out here. Okay, so with your second project, Odyssey, out right now, and with all your music out, what do you want listeners to take away when they take away from listening to your music?
I think I want listeners to take away just the transparency that I have. I think just being fearless in that, as well as them just recognizing the storytelling ability. I hate records where artists are like, she said, then I said, then he said. Like, I wanted this to be fluid and like just flawless, where you just feel it. So it feels like I'm narrating something. So I just want the fans to see that and then just enjoy the music.
Okay, it's fire. So we got Odyssey out right now, 7-track EP. Make sure y'all go stream that. Outside of music, are there any other creative ventures, any other business moves that Donelle Valentine's working on?
Yes, I love fashion. I love clothes. I've modeled here and there. I also have had collabs with this brand called Fried Rice. So I love them. A lot of established artists like Sir or David Davies have also used their brand. That brand. So I'm heavily involved in that, as well as just movie screenings. I attend a lot of those. I get to see movies way in advance. So I'm practically a movie critic. So.
Okay, what movies? What's your top 3 movies?
Top 3, damn.
That's tough. I know that's tough. That's tough. But we're gonna put you on the spot. Top 3 movies.
Top 3. The Departed. I love Rush Hour, so I'm gonna say that, and then something different, Friday. So.
Okay. Now when we talk Rush Hour, when we say Friday, which one? Because I'm a Rush Hour and Friday fanatic too. Which one?
Better?
Which ones though? Because you know you got
Rush
Hour 1.
I'm going Rush Hour 1. That's
okay.
OG. Friday, I think the original with Chris Tucker is always like.
So you're going with the OGs.
Yeah.
Okay. For Rush Hour, I'm gonna go Rush Hour 2, and then next Friday might be my favorite one. All right, bro. So to wrap up the interview, R&B, you know, you're doing your thing R&B. I gotta ask you, who's your top 5 R&B artists that are alive?
Top 5. I'm gonna go with Usher.
There's no particular order.
No,
so.
no Usher. I mean, no order. Usher. Mary J. I don't even know how to say his name, but Kel's the musician.
Oh, Kel's
the musician.
Separate the art from the artist if you catch the drip.
The artist. Michael Jackson.
Mike Jack.
And I'm gonna go with Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye, the legend. Shame on Rolling Stone for what they said about Mike Jack's. They try to say it's one of his songs is trash, but
that's crazy.
Crazy. But yo, that's a solid top 5, bro.
Yeah.
Put definitely some legends and some goats in there. So yo, Donelle, Valentine, man, I want to thank you for sitting down with KUT Media today. Let the people know where they can find you, stream your music, all that.
Yes, my music is streaming on all platforms. My name is Donelle Valentine. You can follow me on the socials at DONELLE Valentine. Instagram, same thing, DONELLE.Valentine.
And make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share with a friend, and we out here.